In the NFC North, it's the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go on this cold afternoon at Lambeau. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last 2 seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do 2 things. Stay healthy and keep winning.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup.
I think this is something that we can expect the rest of the day here, Mike, in the passing game. They love getting the running back involved early. And I think until the defense shows they got a plan to take him away, expect them to continue to find ways to get him involved in the passing game.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early third down coming up.
And 2.
From the gun, it's Love. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the 2nd straight year. Number 1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
So although his rookie season didn't go exactly according to plan, the best thing that happened, Mike, was he started all 17 games. And I know there was some ups and some downs. He's got a new regime now, new stability, new head coach. And I think it's going to allow all of his physical talent we saw coming out of college that made Caleb Williams the number 1 overall pick. I think it's going to let it shine. Because there is no question, when this guy is in the right system with the right play caller, he is as talented and as productive as any quarterback we've seen come out of the draft in the last couple of years.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Working out of the gun. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on 3rd down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains. And there's really 2 reasons. 1, teams are a lot more willing to use 4th down. And 2, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
A fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Packers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
On 2nd down, Love. This is taken in by Dobbs. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden. 17 yards on that play. First down, Packers.
And the Packers, first down. First and 10
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. T.J. Edwards there on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 46-yard line.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. We'll get this one out to Jacobs. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll run with Jacobs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
To the left side, in the hands of Watson. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And that is incomplete. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. McManus's kick is good. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bears offense ready for their second possession. They'll put Loveland in motion. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
On second down, it's Williams. That's into the hands of Olamide Zaccheaus. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Bears first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Williams. That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. A big-time play for the Bears. And even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
That's a short throw caught by Kmet. And he'll somehow turn this into a net positive. Getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Williams to the air once more. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And he goes out of bounds at the 3, and from there it's going to be 1st and goal.
Gain of 10 yards.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. And that's over everybody. Out of the back of the end zone. It is incomplete.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
He'll try and throw. And here, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Packers have it. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays, and that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
On 1st down, it's Love. That's Dobbs, open left side. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Running is Jacobs. Up the sideline to the 40s. And he is out of bounds. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
2nd and short.
line.
Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
They'll run the draw with Jacobs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. In motion goes Dobbs. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. He'll get this out wide. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
On 4th down, Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs.
Love the idea of going for it on fourth down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on fourth down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. That is brought in at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Packers are out to a 10-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bears offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. And their 2 drives so far, not good. Punt, lost fumble. Trying to make amends here on drive number 3. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Xavier McKinney. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, but if you're only 1 play into the drive, you're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Bears nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage And that's it.
At the 25-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. We are through one. It's the Packers on top. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Here's Tory Taylor now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This one, fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. First and 10 now from the 36. On play action, Love. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Love out quickly to Dobbs. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game, where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up. From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. Here's Jacobs. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
Dexter on the stop. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he's in! Josh Jacobs! Touchdown, Green Bay! McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. Throw on the run is complete. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run. It's Swift. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
On 1st, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Packers have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery, and a great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0.
Bears nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Now after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he tippy-toes around the defenders for a gain of 5 yards. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick 6 in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
It's 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Williams. This one is caught right side by Zacchaeus.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
Could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Off the RPO, this is Dobbs. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. First and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll go play action with Love. He'll get this out to the left flat. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Love firing to Golden. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Josh Jacobs, touchdown Packers. His second touchdown of this first half. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers keep rolling right along. 38-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll try the right side with Swift. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Swift, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
8. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
He'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up 3rd down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he will have a Packers first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A run up the middle of Jacobs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Love. That's caught by Golden, right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
13 yards on
Call
the
it
play.
a gain of 13. First down,
First
Packers.
down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Jacobs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Now after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Here's Love. That one too far over the end line. Overthrow. It is incomplete.
To 2nd and goal.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down throw for Love. That is caught by the tight end, Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers add on to their already sizable lead.
Brendan McManus to
Both
kick
teams
off for
ready to
Green
go
Bay.
once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
The Bears take over.
The Bears offense ready to get back at it.
On the 33-yard line.
First down, it's Swift. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Williams to throw on second down. He'll get that to Zaccheaus. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now Williams. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Throwing on second down, Williams. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. Not fun here. Third and a lot. To throw is Bagent. He'll try and get there on the ground. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on third and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
A 42-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good. And the Bears are on the board just before halftime. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard
Josh
line.
Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. They'll try to set up the screen here.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's a 2nd and 6. One final throw before the break. That one reeled in by Golden. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Two very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Duvernay on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So Bears offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll bring up second down.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Moore going in motion. On second down, it's Williams. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
on the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out quickly to Golden on the RPO. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Green Bay first down.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. I mean, despite having this big lead here in the second half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not content with just running this clock out and shaking hands and going off with a win. Truth be told, I think they're trying to embarrass him, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
He'll go underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw is Love. Downfield, he's got his receiver Wicks. And he'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 33 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a trick play.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will have a Packers first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches.
At the 6-yard line.
Here's Love. He pulls it in around the 5. He's got another one. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the pass further.
Makes the score Packers 52, Bears 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bears offense ready to take over once again. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. They're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. To throw is Love. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3rd and 5. Here's Love to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Packers.
That's good for a Packers 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Oh, yeah. They're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
I have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field. That passing.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Jacobs. Space to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. Give him 27, and it's first and goal.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. Love. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
McManus on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers will add one more onto their big lead.
Bears 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Micah Parsons. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on first down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing is Williams. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Pickup on the play. And it's third down.
It is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Forced to his right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be stopped well short of the first down. Gain of 6, but it brings up fourth down.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Now the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, Love. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They've got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
That complete to Jacobs. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Still first down.
Back, please.
Running is Jacobs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Love. That's hard. The Bears have it. And so much for a nice game through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
The Bears offense ready for this next possession. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he will do it himself. He's in. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. time they come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers will extend this third quarter lead.
66. Bears 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
It's 3rd and 4. Here's Williams. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
And the Bears.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
A play fake. Now Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. Throw it again. It's Williams. To the right side. Caught by Burton. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They will run it over center with Swift. And Strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carries.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Run now for Monunga. And the Bears are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Williams. This one's on the 4. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good. And the Bears will get just a bit closer.
Bears 10. Cairo Santos.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here's Williams on the return. Yeah. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
That's good for a Packers first down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
Get this over the middle to Golden. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
13 yards on the play.
13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run with Jacobs. Finding room to the 20. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
So close to taking that one in. Good job defensively. They're able to force him out of bounds just shy of the pylon, but you can bet when he gets up, he's going to look over at his sideline, Mike, and be like, no, coach, keep me on the field. I want to finish this thing off.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense about ready to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The RPO. That one is complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. Now Williams. Connection made. It's Burton. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9 yards.
So as a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch. And that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game. Don't stress the protection. And while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Moore going in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
DJ Moore. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard. They try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's to the right side and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Williams to the air once more. Going for it all. That is brought in. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
50 yards.
A big-time play for the Bears. And even 50 yards.
1st and goal, Chicago.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Throwing again. Williams hit, and he loses the football. And no turnover here. On the cards, able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup get back in the huddle and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
On second down, it's Williams. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And now, 3rd and goal coming up.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That's a short throw caught by Komet. And he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds, no gain, and it sets up 4th down. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They'll run the sneak, and he will have a Packers 1st down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 9. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. A 2nd down throw for Love. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
From the gun on third down, it's Luck. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really nice play recognition there by the defense. They sensed the quarterback had nowhere to go downfield, and that ball was going to be checked down. The moment that ball hit the running back's hands, there was nowhere to go.
On comes the Packers punting team. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Over the middle, he's got Burden. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
And the Bears.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And this will be incomplete.
So at this point in the game, Mike, offensively, I think for the offensive coordinator and the quarterback and everyone, they're just trying to build on something. Can you generate an explosive play? Can you bring just a little bit of energy to the huddle and to the sideline? Because throughout most of this game, not a whole lot's gone right.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. He'll swing this out to Swift. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
That's good.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Number 15 from Odunze. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throw it again. It's Williams. He gets this complete to Burden. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Another one there for Burden.
Williams pass complete to Luther Burden. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. The man in motion is Zacchaeus. This one is caught right side by Zacchaeus. And he's in! Olamide Zacchaeus. Touchdown, Chicago.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Santos for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears cut into the lead a little bit.
Bears 20.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard
The
line.
Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, they need 7. They'll run with Emmanuel Wilson. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
He was taken down.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
So, it's a win for the Packers. And they were able to run up a big point total here, higher even than the 72 points put up by Washington in 1966. That was the previous record. They were able to surpass it in this one. An incredible record-setting offensive performance. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go on this cold afternoon at Lambeau. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
To throw, it's Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Micah Parsons gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's Williams now to throw. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed.
On fourth down, the Bears send out their second-year man, Tory Taylor, to punt. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. No matter where that ball is snapped, that's a tall task. And they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll start on the ground with Swift. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Number 4, DeAndre Swift, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Another run here. Another run by Swift. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Bears.
On the ground, it's Swift. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Swift. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
They'll go with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard. And the Bears 1st down. A gain of 1 yard. And the Bears 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was brought down by Javon Bullard. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Throwing is Williams. He's going to air this one out. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's their punter now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Packers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Love. He'll get this out wide. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
On second down, Love. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run. It's Swift. And he'll be brought down to 45. Entering Cooper. They're on the tackle.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
I could go on and on about the offensive line breakdowns with this pass protection, and it's been flat out brutal. And let's give some credit to the other side of the ball. They came in not only motivated to make a statement, but with a great game plan, and so far they've executed it to a T.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this 3rd drive. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
A A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 4.
That's not an easy catch by any means, but at this level, Mike, you get paid to catch them all. And really, you get paid to catch the hard ones. And you know that hit, it's coming either way. And I remember learning as a young player early in my career, the hit's coming, you're going to get knocked to the ground. It feels a lot better getting off the ground and handing the ball to the official. And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Duvernay to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bears offense getting set to get back to work. Williams going to keep it on the zone read. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9. To throw is Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Packers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
It's 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. A tight end in motion now. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Third and 2. Here we go. Back to throw is Love. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. First down, Packers.
That's good for a Packers first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
22 more yards.
They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
First and 10 at the 23-yard
Anytime
line.
you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Second and 10. To throw is Love. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
First down.
So as this nice drive continues, Mike, they find themselves first and goal. Offensively, anytime you maintain possession for this long, you have to come away with a touchdown. It feels to me you settle for a field goal. That's a win for the defense.
That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
Made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 brings up second and goal.
Now here's second and goal. Fighting for the goal line, lost the football, it's out. And the defense has come up with it. Not only no points, but they turn it over deep in their own territory. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 1 coming up. To the left side, he's got Kmet. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
Offside, defense.
on the ground. Here is Monunga. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Linebacker Isaiah McDuffie ends the play there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Cross right side to the tight end, Kmet. And that's a first down. And it will be a gain of 8.
Gain of 9 yards.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Give up the middle with Swift. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
3. A run here with Swift. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find the crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. The tight end, Kmet, is on the move. Off play action. Here's Williams. A dive, but too far out in front of him. Incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Entering Cooper. They're on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. They will run it over center with Swift. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Keyshawn Nixon there for the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
All right, so in these 3rd and short, 3rd and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league might kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have 4th down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging 4th down decision.
Bears 3, Packers nothing. Cairo Santos.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Williams now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
First and 10.
The Packers offense ready to get back at it. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. Here down the field will fall incomplete.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Love to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So when you talk about cover 2, really the area that they're a little vulnerable. They're vulnerable deep or intermediate on the boundaries, and they're vulnerable down the middle of the field. Remember, those two safeties, Mike, hence why they call it cover 2, they are splitting the field in half. They need to cover from the goalpost all the way out to the boundary. That's a lot of room to run.
1st and 10 now from the 36. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift.
Williams pass. Complete to DeAndre Swift. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
10 yards.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. On the give, here's Swift. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. On the give, it's Swift. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
The tackle made by Tyron Hubbard. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Williams. To the goal line and in. Durham Smythe. Touchdown, Bears. Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. His kick is good, and the Bears are out to a 10-0 lead.
Packers nothing.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
A 2nd down throw for Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Jaquan Brisker. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third down, they need 5. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. The outside, it's brought in by Golden. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure He got beyond it.
First down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Luke Musgrave. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Now Love. That one on target to Watson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
1st and 10.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
That's into the hands of Emmanuel Wilson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Love. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. To the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 4-yard line.
In motion, it's Golden. On the draw, it's Brooks. He slams it in there, and he is in. Chris Brooks, touchdown Packers.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers are on the board. It's 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar. And they have been so far. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
15 yards. And the Bears first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Micah Parsons in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Williams. They'll go underneath to Kmet on the screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
And it's 3rd down.
Third and long. Now Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. And they will get the first down here and move into field goal range inside the 25.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing again, Williams. This one is caught right side by Zacchaeus. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 6.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Williams on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
To Dobbs again. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though, yes. He's got it. That's a first down.
And the Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Wilson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At the 32-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Love. They'll set up the screen to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Out of the shotgun. It's Love. He'll swing this one out to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away.
For the Packers.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. LeBear's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
A gain of 12.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And I think he was able to get it back. Yes, he was. That was so nearly the turnover the defense needed. They couldn't get it in time. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
They'll go with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Bears first down. A gain of a yard. And the Bears first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. That one incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he'll move us ahead for about 4 yards. Nate Hobbs in from his corner spot to make the stop.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Williams. Taking off, he'll try to get there. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Bears first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Edger and Cooper, they're on the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Swift. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Devon Bullard, there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That is caught. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Give him 27, and it's first and goal.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal. Swift. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's third and goal.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on third down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a third time and take their chances?
They'll try and throw. And here's Williams. And that is incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended target. And now it's fourth and goal.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what?
And he's in. Cole Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Williams now going to bring up the Bears, and they will go for 2.
The Bears will line up for the
in motion. It's Odunze. That one batted away and incomplete. Good work there defensively. The drive for 2 does not work.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. A carry here for Wilson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
One of the key factors for having success in the run game, Mike, is winning at the point of attack. And what that means is every play, the linemen and all the blockers, they understand where the back is going to start and then where the back could end up. And having a good understanding of that and how it pertains to the defense is how you gain your advantage to have big plays like this.
finding room at midfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 24 on that one. First down, Packers.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He'll get this out wide. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Love to throw. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard
Really nice
line.
throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Dobbs open left side. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
A run on 1st and goal to the 5-yard line.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. A good play action with Love. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
At this stage of the game, things